city of Philly, where the birds take flight. Eagle swag on the rise each and every night. Tone and Markus got the scoop ready to ignite. From the lanes of South Street to the Moore Street lights. Dashing like a running back, hitting every play. Blind guys in the zone, never led astray. Talking touchdowns, talking game day. Huddle around the mic, hear what they gotta say. Fly like an eagle soaring in the sky. Tone and Markus always standing by. Bringing the heat, call it do or die. Philly squad, hear the battle cry. Fly like an eagle soaring in the sky. Tone and Markus always standing by. Bringing the heat, call it do or die. Philly squad, hear the battle cry.
What's going on? What's going on?
What's up, man?
Welcome to the 2025 NFL season.
For sure, we here. We here now. We got to change this from the offseason show now. As a matter of fact,
I forgot to do that. I forgot.
You good? You good? We got to come up with a name for this, man. We've been doing it for a little over a year now, right?
Yeah.
So we got to come up with like a name for this. You know, I was thinking about a name. I don't know how you feel about it, but
save it. Don't say it.
Don't say it yet.
Don't say it.
All right.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't bring it out till it's ready.
Okay.
You
know what I mean? You know, the oven still, it's still an oven. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I got you, man. I got you. But y'all know what it is. It's your boy, Tone DeShields, your guy, Coach Markus. Y'all know what it is, man. We give y'all Eagles pregame shows. We give y'all off-season show. We give y'all everything you need and everything you can ever ask for when it comes to your Philadelphia Eagles coverage. So make sure you guys lock in. Make sure you guys are subscribed to both channels. We're live on Pro Fan Talk. I repeat, we are live on Pro Fan Talk. And we're also live on Chalk It Up Sports. So make sure you guys lock in, spread some love, spread some beginning of the school year cheer.
Ain't that something? So yeah, man, man, we had this conversation a long time ago. It feels like we was just at the art museum steps, walking down Philly, celebrating with the city.
Yeah.
And now we here. We done been through all of the off-season talk, all of the preseason talk, and the off-season is officially done. It is time to get down to business. We are looking at week 1, and it is officially Dallas week. We ready to hang the banners. We ready to get it started. I'm tired of seeing A.J. Brown not in the lineup. All of this stuff. All of it. So we ready to get it on and popping. Looking at the chat, something went down. Somebody said breaking news, and that's something about.
I brought something on screen here. All you gotta do is pull it up for us. It's should be there at the bottom. There it is.
Hold on.
So
what we got?
All right. So the Vikings are trading quarterback Sam Howell to the Eagles.
Oh,
Per Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero. The Eagles are sending a 5th from 2026 and a 2027 7th round pick, and the Eagles are receiving Sam Howell and a 6th in the 2026 draft. How always just find a way to get a draft pick, get a draft pick back no matter what.
Yeah, but you know what that tells me?
That means that Kyle McCord's not making the roster.
No, that means that Tanner McKee's finger injury is not good.
That part too.
Ugh.
So we'll see. Ultimately, we will see. But I think the larger point definitely is what you said: the Tanner McKee finger injury. Now they said he didn't need surgery though. That's what they said.
That's what they said. But I thought they was gonna keep. I didn't know what they was gonna do with Kyle McCord. I was like, why are you giving him that much clout? And why didn't you how come DTR did not play at all? And I was like, that's odd. So you never planned on keeping DTR, because I'm sorry. During that game, DTR looked like he had the gas face the whole game. He did not look happy at all.
Blocking wasn't holding up. I mean, it was just DTR likely isn't making his roster, and he probably wanted another opportunity to prove that he could. And the Eagles probably made their mind up.
Yep.
Kyle McCord is the rookie, so there's a larger investment there.
Yeah, but he was not good at all. He'll probably be practice squad.
and he wasn't good either. He agreed. He'll probably make it to the practice squad as a developmental guy. But throughout the season, the Eagles definitely like to have 3 quarterbacks. You got your third reserve one that's on ice, and you have your 2 active ones. But I don't want to sound the alarm on Tanner McKee just yet in that finger. I don't want to sound the alarm yet. I just think that they don't feel comfortable with that third quarterback spot. I'm gonna start there first before
I agree.
Make too many drastic assumptions about Tanner McKee's finger. I'm just going to assume, at least for now, that they do not feel comfortable with quarterback 3, and this is their way of trying to remedying that.
Right. So and there's probably still going to be some other moves as usual, especially the day before, 2 days before the cut day.
Right.
There's going to be a lot of moving and shaking, and there's going to be a lot of people clearing waivers and all of that type of stuff. So this is the nature of the beast. This is how the sausage is made. And it happens
exactly.
And so, all eyes are on us.
Yeah, and this isn't like the most drastic of trades. This isn't the kind of trade. This isn't like anything that's going to rock the fan base or anything. But whenever a move is made, people get excited, and so. Sam Howell to the Philadelphia Eagles. Sam Howell used to play for the Washington Commanders. In 2023, he gave the Eagles all they could handle. Remember that?
I remember that.
Took him to overtime. You know what I mean? Put up some of his best passing numbers against the Eagles defense in 2023.
Yeah. So Howie got a plan, got more draft picks, got more capital, something that he can trade away. We are here. We are making game day maneuvers now. We are setting ourselves up for what is to happen in week 1. And we got to be ready to go. Everybody's looking at the train wreck that is the Dallas Cowboys right now, but still,
you still got to watch them.
This game is always one of them ones.
You still got to watch them.
Still got to watch them. So I'm curious though, as far as the Cowboys go, you got a little bit of time to figure out what you're going to do with Micah Parsons. Is Micah Parsons going to play? Like, what's going to happen with that?
That's a good question, because I heard them recently talking about his back. You know what I mean? So
yeah. That's an interesting situation right there. Very interesting situation.
I agree 100%. I agree 100%. So I don't know what they're going to end up doing with him. They'd be fools to think that relationship is going to improve, but money cures all.
Yeah, ask Myles Garrett.
Yep. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they end up doing, man. Did you see Jerry talking to Stephen A. Smith, man?
You know what? I didn't even watch it, bro.
I didn't watch it either. I just saw a clip.
I didn't watch it.
And the clip just sounded nuts.
I know Jerry. The clip he said, talking about he didn't have a chance to talk to Micah's. He did. What did he say? It's something about him talking to his agent, or didn't want to talk to his agent.
He tried to say, he tried to say an agent has no place in contract discussions.
Right. And
what?
Like I said, I didn't watch it. So, but I know it was going to be some bullshit, and I know it was going to be him trying to pander to the crowd. Like, you could have spent that time on the phone with his agent. Why you talking to Stephen A. Smith? Stephen A. Smith ain't gonna get the deal done.
And Stephen A. Smith don't care whether you do or not. Stephen A. is just milking the situation, and Stephen A. is just doing what he's supposed to do. Get the good interviews, be jarring, and have that conversation. I mean, again, that's a conversation Jerry need to have. Why are you having a press run over a player that you refuse to pay? I've never seen nothing like this. An owner or a GM going on press runs trying to undercut the value of somebody he's trying to sign.
His cognitive abilities is in the tank right now. And it's gonna have to be one of them situations like remember in the Batman movie when they took over Bruce Wayne's company and they was like, didn't you get the memo? So Stephen Jones gonna have to take over, and they're gonna have to find a way to either push him out, because I still say that right now The Dallas Cowboys will never win again until Jerry's gone. And he's past the point where he will step down willingly. He should be somebody in the suite waving at the crowd, signing autographs, watching the game. He should not be in day-to-day decisions because he's not making them. And he's not making good ones. But what do I care? It's the Cowboys. Not my riddle to solve.
You bring up a good point, man. Yeah, I can't even begin to solve that Rubik's Cube over there that is Dallas Cowboys. It's one of those situations where you just got to sit back and get your popcorn ready.
Man, watch the train wreck.
Shout out to Terrell Owens, man. Just sit back and get your popcorn ready, man.
Watch the train wreck. So
all you can do, man.
But what are we looking like for this 53, man?
Yeah, man. So I went back and I tweaked some things.
As did I.
And one of my tweaks was obviously it went against what I wanted, but I had to be realistic about what the decisions that have been made. Right? Like I could believe in my heart that this player shouldn't be on the roster, but the Eagles may put him on there because of just again the decisions they made, the reps they've gotten, so on and so forth, right? But let me see here. Let me see if I can bring it up. All right.
What you looking for?
Okay, there it is. I just want to bring it up real quick, my 53 man. All right, let me pull this up. And since you trade for Sam Howell, does he make your 53?
That's a good question.
I would imagine he would, right?
Why else would you trade for him? Or that's a waste of time.
Damn, that debunks my 53-man roster. Shit. This guy.
Because I'm taking my three quarterbacks. I had DTR making the team last time.
Yeah.
But clearly that's not going to happen.
Oh, shoot. It didn't save my updates. Anyway. What I'll do is I'll bring up my old one and I'll make the tweaks on the fly because I remember everything. So let's see here. We can start with yours though, bro. Let's start with yours. It's the same. I got a couple of quarterbacks: Jalen Hurts, Tanner McKee, and now Sam Howell. Okay.
I was fluctuating back and forth until 5 minutes ago with what they were going to do with Kyle McCord. I was like, why are they giving him so much clock? And then because it was both scenarios didn't make sense. DTR doesn't play. Well, he's not a guarantee for the team. And then Kyle McCord is getting all the reps, which means that's what you do with a rookie if you're trying to get him some tape. So maybe somebody else will be interested because he's about to get cut.
Right.
So either way didn't make sense. And of course, then we find out Sam Howell is in town. So now we got Jalen Hurts, Tanner McKee, Sam Howell, and then whoever they're going to get on practice squad, which doesn't count. 3 running backs. Initially, I had 4, but we down to 3 with Saquon, Shipley, and A.J. Dillon. Wide receivers, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jihaad Dotson, Darius Cooper, John Mechie, and Anais Smith. So maybe they can still find a way to put Elijah Cooks on practice squad because he played, didn't he? I thought he was hurt.
Elijah Cooks did play. He missed the first. He missed the first 2 games.
Right.
He did play.
So there's an opportunity for him to be on practice squad. Johnny Wilson is on IR. So that's where you got it. And then you got the tight ends. You got Goddard, Calcaterra, and Granson. Those are my 3. And then it gets a little dicey with the offensive line. Right. But I went with Mailata Dickerson, Juergens, Tyler Steen, Lane Johnson, Miles Hinton, Trevor Keegan, Darian Kennard, and Brett Toth.
So you got 10 or 9?
I got 10.
Okay. I had 10 at first. I had tweaked that.
Okay. And Matt Pryor.
Okay.
I didn't say Matt Pryor. So there's my 10 because I think I don't know, that's just the position that they always seem to be ready for. Defensive tackles. and somebody in there talking about BVS. I got BVS listed as a linebacker, which is why I didn't put him at running back.
Yeah, I got him listed as a fullback.
So, but I mean, they could those 1 or 2 spots. That's where it gets tricky.
Yeah.
So, D tackles, I got Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Ojomo, Ty Robinson, and Gabe Hall. And then over to the edge, Nolan, Jalix, Ojulari, Josh Uche, Zach Bond, and Patrick Johnson. I think Patrick Johnson outplayed APR.
Yeah, I mean, he got more snaps overall.
Yeah, I thought Patrick Johnson had a good last 2 games.
Yeah, you know, APR had a strip sack in that Jets game.
But APR really didn't do nothing up until that point.
No, I feel you. I feel you. Like for example, last game, the Browns game, he only got like 10 snaps, 11 snaps.
APR might end up on practice squad.
That's entirely possible. Yeah. Again, I think I really think it was for lack of reps. He didn't really get them. But I think Patrick Johnson, to your point, overall has outplayed. Patrick Johnson has had the best preseason out of all the edge rushers.
Yeah,
you know, if you want to be technical about it, I mean, he's been active every single game, man. He's made a play every game. I think he has 2 sacks and interception through the preseason.
Yeah, he's balled out. The linebackers, I got Zach Bond, Jihaad Campbell, Trot Jr., Smile Munden, and Van Sumer. And who am I missing?
So basically, you think you basically think they cut Antoine Power and then they bring him out practice squad?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's funny
you
say
know
that.
what?
Again, I think I'm leaning towards that a little bit.
See, I don't know. Are they gonna? Because Ben Van Sumer, he's gonna be obviously the fullback, obviously special teams, and he's a reserve linebacker.
Right.
Well, who am I missing at linebacker?
Smile Mondon?
No, I got Smile Mondon making the 53.
So on mine, I got Zach Bond, Jihaad Campbell, Trotter Jr., Smile Mondon. After that, now you're getting into like Dallas Gant and all those guys.
Yeah, Gant, Campbell, and Dixon. So I guess I'm right. I'm good with that.
Yeah,
I'm good with that. Van Sumer can be the X factor because he can go both ways. Saves them a spot, and then of course cornerbacks: Quinyon, Cooper. Unfortunately, Keely Ringo, Adoree Jackson, Matt McWilliams, and Jacorian Bennett.
Yeah.
And then, of course, safety. You get Reed, Sidney Brown, Andrew McCuba, and Tristan McCollum. I wish they would find a way to keep Perry Nickerson, but I don't think they're going to do it.
I don't think so either.
Perry Nickerson, I'm like, dude, where did you come from? Just a veteran guy coming in here playing, doing what he knows how to do, and he looked good doing it. So you got somebody that can play that spot. To me, when I looked at Perry Nickerson, I was like, that's Vontae Maddox, but better. And I was like, that's exactly what you need because injuries happen, especially in the secondary.
Mm-hmm.
And he's somebody that you could plug in, and you know he's gonna do what he's supposed to do. You know what he gonna do what he's supposed to do. So he ain't gonna cost you a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping they find a way to keep Perry Nickerson, because if it's all about what you see on tape, Nickerson, I mean, technically he looked better than Adoree Jackson, Keely Ringo, and heck, I thought he looked better than Jacorian Bennett. And that's not saying Jacorian Bennett looked bad, not at all. So Mac McWilliams showed up. I was like, okay, and I totally forgot that he's our draft pick. Yeah,
I like him actually.
I like Mac McWilliams, man. Keely Ringo has just played himself to the back of the bench. They're not gonna cut him.
Of course not, because my whole position is he has special teams value. I mean, that Eagles special teams was a non-conversation last year because him and Sidney Brown played very well.
Yep.
And they didn't give up anything in punt coverage. I mean, the Eagles didn't get any punts returned for a touchdown. You didn't see any punts getting taken to the Eagles 10 or 5 yard line last year. That special teams group was lights out, and I think it deserves more of a conversation. I know,
especially when you remember what happened to us in 22 in the Super Bowl,
exactly,
and all throughout 23.
Exactly, like I've been trying to tell people, listen, don't get cute. Okay, I understand you don't. I understand Keely. He didn't win the job. He hasn't played well. We get that. I'm with y'all on that. I wouldn't even argue against that. I agree with that. But don't get cute and act like special teams don't matter now, and act like you can just replace a gunner and he'll be fine. People get cut because they can't even do special teams.
Exactly.
So like you want me to believe that there's just some special teams ace just sitting on ice at home? No, Keely Ringo is a fantastic gunner. He has the athleticism, the speed, the tackling ability to get that job done, and he's done that throughout 2024 that season. So I don't think, and regardless of how I feel about him as a CB2, I have to be mindful that he is shown value in a different respect, and that's why I keep telling people don't get cute because we've seen what it looks like when people don't know how to do their job back there. I've been, as a matter of fact, a perfect example. The punt coverage team that I've been watching through our preseason has been awful.
Yeah.
Awful. Special teams through our preseason has been awful. I don't know if people pay attention to that, but I have. I've been seeing I've been seeing punters had their way a little bit. Now, granted, you got backups out there doing that job. That's not your real crew that's going to be out there. But it needs to be known that the NFL has changed the rules in a way where teams have the ability to start the ball on the 40 to 45-yard line now.
Yeah.
The 35-yard line. Like you can't play around with field position anymore. Field position is more valuable now than ever because the league is making it where as though it's easier to score. You have less distance to travel. The league is trying to increase scoring, as they always are.
And you know what? I didn't think about it like this, but and I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the macro for the next, let's say 10 years. However they keep these rules up, there's going to be a drop in offensive yards because of you ain't got nobody starting on their 10 coming out no more. So you mute it up, bro.
You're right. It's not going to be that common anymore. The only way you might see guys start at 10 is maybe there's a penalty on the kickoff,
right?
Or maybe
right, or off of a
turnover. Punter, or off a turnover, or the punter just did a fantastic job of pinning them deep. But as far as kickoffs go, you're not really going to see too many games where guys even start at the 20 or the 20 or even 15. You're going to see more situations where guys start at the 30 or the 25 or the 30 or higher.
Yeah, some people saying they're not a fan of Michael Clay. I think
Michael Clay had a fantastic year last year. I don't care what anybody says.
Michael Clay is fine. I just think when you got to play with guys that are not going to be on the team in a day or so, you get what you get. So, we're not going to get a 30-yard punt return, or take a kick down to the 5.
No way.
It's not going to happen. Few and far between.
As Blunt just said, Lewis Seen made one play and ended up on crutches. This dude is glass. And did I tell you I went through a whole beef with part of my community about the whole Lewis Seen thing? Like there were some people who were really pulling for Lewis Seen, like he's done something in the league to pull for. Like they were like defending him because he's a Georgia Bulldog. Well, that dog got sent to the youth. That dog got sent to the kennel, and and as of right now, they trying to decide whether or not he get euthanized or not.
Right.
They trying to decide.
With you, him and Keely Ringo, they need to get together and go bowling. So it is what it is, and I'm saying that. And if y'all been checking out me and Tone for a while now, I'm somebody that was riding with Keely Ringo.
You and I,
from 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
So I was a Keely Ringo fan, but tape don't lie.
It sure don't, man. Let me get to my updated 53. Let me pull this up for you so you can where are you? All right, yeah, pull that up for me if you can, my good brother. Make sure you guys smash that like button again. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. We appreciate the love. and the support. All right, so this was my 53-man roster prediction as of August 10th, and my updated one is as of August 24th. So I just want to recap you guys, remind you guys what I did before, so you guys can see the difference in my decision making here. All right, so the first time we did this, I had quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts and Tanner McKee. I had 2 quarterbacks. I had 3 running backs, Saquon, AJ Dillon, and Will Shipley. I had a fullback in Ben Van Sumeren. I had 7 wide receivers in AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Jihaad Dotson, Johnny Wilson, Darius Cooper, Anaya Smith, and John Mechie III. Y'all called me crazy for that 7. It's all right. I don't mind looking crazy. Tight end, I had Dallas Goedert and Grant Calcaterra. Offensive line, I had Lane Johnson, Tyler Steen, Cam Jurgens, Landon Dickerson, Jordan Mailata, Kendall Lamb, Drew Kendall, Matt Pryor, Trevor Keegan, and Brett Toth. I had them keeping 10 offensive linemen. And again, you guys, this was my very first 53-man roster prediction. I'm going to give you guys my updated one after I finish recapping my original one. So defensive tackle, I had them keeping 6. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Morrow, Jomo, Ty Robinson, Gabe Hall, Byron Young. On the edge, I had them keeping Nolan Smith, Jalix Hunt, Josh Uche, Azeez Ojulari, Patrick Johnson, and Antoine Powell-Ryland. At linebacker, I had them keeping Zach Bond, Jihaad Campbell, Trotter Jr., and Ismail Manda. Corner, had them keeping Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Jacorian Bennett, Keely Ringo, Matt McWilliams, and Eli Ricks. And safety, I had them keeping 3 of those guys, Reed Blankenship, Sidney Brown, Andrew Makuba. And on special teams, you obviously got Jake Elliott, Braden Mann, and Charlie Hewlett, your long snapper. And at the time, Nakobe Dean was your only guy that was on IR and will start the season on the PUP list. Now that we got through my original one, let's go to the updated one. All right, let's zoom in here. And this is post-trade too, so I had to make some quick adjustments on the fly. All right. Here we go. So now I got 3 quarterbacks: Jalen Hurts, Tanner McKee, Sam Howell. 3 running backs: Saquon Barkley, AJ Dillon, Will Shipley. Fullback, Ben Van Sumeren. My wide receivers got cut down to 6. I know you guys are happy about that. Cut down to 6. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Jihaad Dotson, Darius Cooper, Anaya Smith, John Mechie III. I think those are your 6 wide receivers you bring on to the main roster. I'm sorry. I do not think Darius Cooper gets 2 waivers. I do not, man. And I think he showed enough pop in that first game for a team to take a chance on him.
The fact that he did not dress for the Jets game
tells me he makes the
all
roster.
you need to know. All you need to know. Because somebody had to come and have that conversation with him.
Yeah.
So
somebody had to say, hey, listen, you're not dressing today. And
that's to the point where if somehow he gets cut, that'll be a serious surprise.
Yeah. And again, that Browns game didn't do any of those wide receivers any favors. And I think that's why they was like, yeah, DTR, we cool. we saw enough. That Browns game, he looked bad. But anyway, he looked like a liability, frankly. Nonetheless, so 6 wide receivers: AJ, Devontae, Jihaad Dotson, Darius Cooper, Anaya Smith, John Mechie III. Tight end. Oh, real quick, that John Mechie III trade, how he's looking like a fortune teller now.
For real.
Like seriously, he's looking like, and obviously you don't wish any injury. We don't expect any injury. You can't legislate him. You can't predict him. Prayers up to Johnny Wilson. He's done for the season. But yo, he's looking like a mastermind. It's crazy. Anyway.
Yo, did I get that wrong with Darius Cooper? I thought Darius Cooper didn't play. Everybody's in the chat telling me he did dress.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I didn't think he played. I could be wrong.
Let's just see if we can find out. Counts versus Jets 2025. All right. Let's see if I can find something here. All right, here we go. All right. So, yes, Darius Cooper, he did play. He had oh, wow. He played a lot, actually.
Gotcha. Not bad then.
Yeah. He had 32 offensive snaps. Him and Anaya Smith played.
My fault.
Yeah. Sorry about that, you guys. Sorry about that misinformation, you guys. That's on us. We cleared it up. That's on us. So Darius Cooper did play in that game. He had 32 offensive snaps. 32. So he was out there 47% of the time. All right. Sorry about that, you guys. Players mess up too.
Oh.
Players mess up too. Tight end, I got Dallas Goedert and Grant Calcaterra. I'm still sticking to my gun. Going to keep it 2. If they can get a guy through waivers. If I think Kylan Granson is the guy they want. I just think he'll make it through waivers and they'll bring him back after that. Offensive line, I had 10 guys, like I said, I bring it down to 9. Now we're starting to see my changes. Obviously, you saw that receiver, but for obvious reasons. But this is where my changes really began. Offensive line, again, originally I had like Trevor Keegan on here, but I cut it down. The Sam Howell trade kind of changed that. So I think this is who they believe their best group of offensive linemen are, and they will take these guys into the season. That's Kendall Lamb, Drew Kendall, Matt Pryor, and Brett Toth. I think these are the guys that probably showed them maybe the best, or maybe they feel the most comfortable with. Brett Toth is somebody, again, that I'm not the biggest fan of, but he continues to get these opportunities from the Eagles that it's, and he's always taking the second team reps when somebody's hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, especially in training camp. So I got to go off of what they do in training camp as well. I can't just go off some of the games. Sometimes he can be inconsistent, but he's a backup for a reason. So, all right, D tackle stayed the same. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Moro Jomo, Ty Robinson, Gabe Hall, Byron Young. Got them keeping 6. My edge, all ball linebacker, still the same. Nolan Smith, Jalix Hunt, Josh Uche, Ojulari, Patrick Johnson, Antoine Palmer Island. I got him keeping 6. I know you said you got APR going to the practice squad.
Yeah, but see, I only got 5. You got 6.
Right. So I'm rolling with 6 for now because I'm trying to think where that extra, because you brought up a good point about Antoine Palmer Island not really getting that many snaps and so on and so forth. I'm trying to think, if I did take him off, who gets that roster spot? A safety, maybe? Because I only got 3 on my roster right now. Let's get through it real quick, though. Inside linebacker, 4 guys: Zach Ball, Jihaad, Campbell, Charter Jr., Smile Mondon. At cornerback, I got Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Jacorian Bennett, and to my chagrin, I have Adoree Jackson on here as well. I have Keely Ringo, Matt McWilliams, and Eli Ricks. And at safety, I got Reed Blankenship, Sidney Brown, and Andrew McCuba. And special teams is obvious. Jake Elliott, Freddie Mann.
Okay, so you only got 3. Okay.
I got 3 safeties because one of your corners has position versatility in Cooper DeJean. But again,
so you got Eli Ricks and I got Tristan McCullum.
Basically, now what I was about to say to you was, again, like I said, Antoine Palmer Island, we brought up a good point about him potentially getting cut, making a practice squad because he just didn't get that many reps in preseason. So if I had to, make a swap, I'd probably take off APR and put Tristan McCullum at safety, and that'd be my 53.
Well, I think that's why that's where I moved Tristan McCullum. Tristan McCullum can go both ways. He can be a safety or Tristan McCullum is doing what everybody thinks Keely Ringo should be doing. Because they can put him back there at safety, and he's a good enough cornerback.
Yeah, Tristan McCullum is a guy. He's interesting. Big dude, has all the physical tools you like. Just not consistent.
He played well. He played better than the others.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's always about position. It's always about positional value, right? So
yeah, and really, it's about what Big Fangio's looking for.
Yeah, what he's looking for. To your point, I think I may make this on the fly tweak here. I think I may take APR off. He gets to the practice squad and put Tristan McCullum on. I think that's what I'm gonna do. How many corners did you keep?
6.
6. So who do I have that you don't have? Is
Eli Ricks.
I
got Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Keely Ringo, Adoree Jackson, Matt McWilliams, Jacorian Bennett.
Because I think Matt McWilliams had a better preseason than Eli Ricks.
I would agree.
But Eli Ricks has been somebody that he finds a roster spot. It's just
that's the thing. It ain't like Eli Ricks played bad.
Yeah.
I just think Mac McWilliams played better.
Yeah. I think, because I do got a sneaky suspicion Tristan McCullum makes his roster. I do. The question is, who do I take off? It's got to be one of these corners or one of these edge rushers. I don't feel comfortable taking anybody away from anywhere else.
And right. So APR is the only one where I think
APR might be the odd man out because of the lack of reps in training in the preseason.
And let's be honest, if you take APR off of your list, we're still good with everybody else.
Yeah. You got 5 bodies there. I mean, let me
Good
see
one.
here. Antoine Paul Ryland. I'm trying to see his snap counts that he had yesterday. Where are you?
So APR and I don't think Eli Ricks is gonna make the squad.
Here it is. Okay, Antoine Paul Ryland played 32 snaps against the Jets. That was the most snaps he's played in a preseason game.
He was a late bloomer. He was a late bloomer, and it may have been too little, too late.
Eli Ricks played a lot in that game too. Ja'Cory Bennett played a lot in that game as well.
Everybody that we wanted to see in the secondary got a lot of
McCollum got a lot of burn too. You know who didn't play? I hope I'm reading this right. Ojulari Jackson didn't play in this game.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I put him back on my 53 man. He didn't play in that game, and he's been getting the bulk of the first team reps in training camp. That's the reason he made my 53. Because I was against him. I was betting against him, and I was being stubborn about it. But I had to take my emotions out of it and just think about what has happened.
Right.
And so let me see what the chat's saying. Let's see here. People are saying Ricks is gone. Somebody saying Byron Young. S. Blunt saying peace out, Eli Ricks.
Alex, I didn't have Brian.
Yeah, Patrick Johnson, man. Patrick Johnson had a good preseason, man.
Yep.
S. Blunt says I got McCollum over Eli Ricks. I think I may have to agree with him.
Because and all of it, to me, all of this is under the umbrella of now we know what to expect from Vic Fangio. We know how he operates. We know what he's looking for. We know what his expectations are for his players. So that's why Eli Ricks, APR, they're all good players, but they didn't show up when you needed them to show up. Or again, not necessarily Eli Ricks, but
I can't say that. I can't say that about APR. I just feel like APR, like his snap counts were like he wasn't like the Browns game when he got 11 snaps. You know, as
but
a rookie,
again, that's Vic Fangio is looking for specific things, and he will let you know.
Okay.
He will let you know. I'll be surprised if APR, if it won't surprise me if he is on practice squad. It will surprise me if he makes the 53.
Right. I agree with that. I do agree that he probably will be a practice squad guy. Okay, so to your point, right? Eli Ricks, you don't got making the roster, right? And APR, you got him going to practice squad. So basically not making the roster. So that begs the question, okay, that's 2 slots I have here. I'll have to replace. I'm willing to take off Eli Ricks and put Tristan McCullum right here.
Now, see, his drone therapy, he's got a point that I was thinking about. Because I looked at Perry Nickerson's contract and I looked at Keely Ringo's contract. Keely Ringo is only a little over $1 million on the cap, $1 million cap hit. If you get rid of him. So,
I mean, you got Ringo cost control for the next 2 years. I don't see the point in trying to. He's on a rookie deal. He's on a fourth.
That makes total sense.
He's on a fourth round contract.
You value having somebody that can play on the field. It all depends on what they want to value. Do they still think enough of Keely Ringo, and do they still think enough of his potential to stick with him, or would they cut their losses and get somebody like Perry Nickerson, who is experienced, who did play well, and
that's a good point.
You got somebody that if you stick them out there, they're gonna do what they're supposed to do.
This is tough. This is tough, actually. The DB cuts are going to be probably the most difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've taken off Eli Ricks and I've put Tristan McCollum on there. All right. Let's see. So now APR. If I was to take him off, who would I add on? Perry Nickerson? But then we're back to 7 corners. And you got him keeping 6. I could probably add another offensive lineman. I could do that. Because I think if anybody that I take off, Darian Kennard can make this roster.
Right. I got him. I got Kennard.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Change the 5. And then we're going to go back to offensive lineman, Darian Kennard. Because I like Darian Kennard personally. I don't think he had a bad training camp or preseason. Still learning, though. I think he was an undrafted guy, too. All right. All right, there we go. All right, so, I mean, look. So I think the main positions we're going to be watching, are how the wide receiver cuts go and how the DB cuts go.
Right.
That's going to be something that we're going to be watching very, very closely. So, you know, I'm excited to see how this thing turns out, though.
Yeah. We got good problems.
Yeah.
We have good problems. So there's a lot of teams that wish they had the issues that we have. That's how I see it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure, man. Let's see here. All right, let's look at some of these comments because my man S. Bunt says you have both draftees, offensive line being cut, Hitton and Cameron Williams. Yeah, I do. I think they go to practice squad. I think at least one of them go to practice squad. At least one, for sure. Now, what you have to be reminded of, as Blunt, I did keep one of those rookies, though. I kept Drew Kendall, the interior lineman. Drew Kendall is a rookie. And he played. So maybe not Miles Hinton or maybe not Cameron Williams because they were just flag. They were playing flag football out there. How many flags I saw them get thrown at them? So the best rookie out of all those guys has been Drew Kendall. That's a fact. And I don't think Miles Hinton or Cameron Williams has outplayed Matt Pryor or Kendall Lamb, the veteran. I don't even have him
keeping Kendall.
Drew Kendall or Kendall Lamb?
I don't have either one of them.
Who's your center or backup center?
Tough.
I think Drew Kendall's better at it.
They had Toth at center last game against the Browns.
You know, I seen Drew Kendall like play center in that first preseason game. I think I saw him playing center. Did he play center yesterday as well?
He probably did. I wasn't paying attention to the center. I mean,
yeah, Drew Kendall played. He played some center snaps. He played 19 reps at center and guard. Brett also played 32 snaps.
Yeah, Jeff Stoutland is known to move people around like that, especially the guards.
Yeah, but they got Drew Kendall in and out. He played 19 reps, and that was it for him.
Right.
Whereas the Brett Toth, they had him out there for 32 reps. Who else they had out there? They had Trevor Keegan out there for 64 reps. You know what I'm saying? Miles Hinton was out there 49 reps. Quinyon Green was out there 49 reps.
I think Miles Hinton is a no-brainer because I just think Stoutland likes that type of player.
You think they keep Miles Hinton?
Yeah, I think for whatever reason, I just think that Stoutland likes those big type dudes, and plus he's got.
You don't think they can keep him through practice squad? You don't think they can get him through practice squad? I mean, through waivers. I mean,
offensive lineman, yeah. He can clear waivers, and they can get him back on practice squad.
You know, I'm just thinking about it also from the perspective of like, you know, Cam Jurgens and Landon Dickerson. They've battled, their ticky-tack injuries, so on and so forth. So, I think the Eagles really like Drew Kendall. I mean, the fact he only played 19 reps in that Jets game, tells me that, in my humble opinion. Brett Toffler's out there for more reps. They try to give Brett Toffler as many reps as they possibly can.
Right.
So that
Like
tells me
said, we'll see.
Well, we'll definitely see, man.
All of this is a crapshoot.
Oh yeah, for sure. We could be totally off. Totally off. Like, for example, we may have Darius Cooper or Nia Smith making the roster. Next thing you know, we see Terrace Marshall Jr.
Facts.
You know, and I don't think Terrace Marshall has shown much of anything that deserves a roster spot, personally. Let me see. A.J. Harris says Miles Hinton was the one getting all those penalties. Yeah, he was getting penalty the hell up. Let's see.
Well, I mean, like I said, we're going to find out in a minute. We're going to find out in a day or two.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. So, let me see. If you think because again, we're all prepared to be shocked when his roster comes out, right? What do you think is probably the most shocking thing the Eagles could do that people don't necessarily expect when it comes to assigning the 50-man roster?
What would be the most shocking?
Yeah, like what would shock you the most? If this person made it versus that person, so on and so forth.
What if they cut AJ Dillon?
That would be shocking because I think you were saying that you liked one of those young guys. Was it Shunderick Powell or was it Robinson?
I liked them all. I think I was responding to somebody in the chat.
Okay.
That was commenting on AJ Dillon. And I was like, I like AJ Dillon. I like, as a big back, he knows how to get skinny, get through the hole, get north and south. He doesn't have the speed to, break your ankles like Saquon, and he's not trying to. But he does have moves. He can jump cut and get outside. He might not run away from you, but he can run around you and get far enough away from you to get a first down. So he runs within his skill set, and he makes the most of it, on top of him being a 230-pound running back. I'd be curious to see if Shipley's going to be able to sneak out and take ones to the house like he did last year, or almost did last year. But he has that breakaway speed that you look for, and he's shown that in the biggest moments. So let's hope that another year of him in the cooker will pay dividends. But I think, to your original question, it would have to be like AJ Dillon or trying to think anybody else that would be a surprise. And I'm trying to think like realistically. I'm not trying to say, well, if they cut Jalen Hurts,
right. You ain't trying to say nothing blasphemous. I got you.
So only thing I can think of is, the linebackers are tight. The only thing I can think of is if somebody in the secondary. So this would be a surprise to me if we tried out there against Dallas and Keely Ringo was starting. That would be a surprise. Because I was surprised that he did not play.
Wait, say that one more time, bro.
Keely Ringo.
What about him?
I said I would be very surprised if they trot him out there to start versus Dallas.
Yo, it's so funny you say that, right? Because remember coming into the season last year, there were so many things we thought we had figured out. There were so many reports that we were relying on and using as a way to kind of substantiate, our claims and our predictions. And things got turned in their head completely. We thought Devin White was ahead of Nakobe Dean. All of a sudden, Nakobe Dean's ahead of Devin White.
Exactly.
All of a sudden, this phantom injury comes up.
What you mean ankle. Devin White ain't traveling? What?
Yeah. And then, Isaiah Rodgers gets hurt with a hand. I'm like, wait, wow, when? Like, so that set Quinyon up to be on the outside. And then that set Nakobe up to be the starter next to Zach Bond. And we never looked back. And I'm not mad at the move at all. But again, that was something that completely went against everything that we saw, heard, or read coming out of training camp.
Yeah.
And again, we've seen the preseason games. We know Ringo hasn't played the best. But and we know the reports have been very clear about who's been getting the bulk of the first team reps. Adoree Jackson.
Right.
But what if it's what if that happens? What if what you just said happens? All of a sudden, Keely Ringo's out there starting. And he's balling. like just what the
I'd have the same question as everybody else. Where did that come from?
That's what I'm saying.
I was hoping we would see it, but for whatever reason, he wasn't showing that in camp. Right. He wasn't showing it in the games. And then all of a sudden, did he just flick a switch? Like, what happened? What did he learn? What vital piece of information that he get that made everything click? Because sometimes that happens.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it does. It does. If I had to put my money on it though, if I had to put my money on CB2 starting week 1, it might be Jacorian Bennett.
That's what I'm going.
I'm going with Jacorian Bennett at CB2.
Can't stop yawning.
You know what I mean? Like that's what I think.
And I think that's what most Eagles fans want to see. That's why we brought him in here.
But you know what's going to happen? They're going to screw us, Marcus. And on week 1, we're going to see Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, and Adoree Jackson.
No, because I look at it like this. What was your realistic expectation of Jacorian Bennett having had 10 minutes worth of practice? What was your realistic expectations?
So I agree.
The more he's in practice, the more he's in film sessions. Really, that's the most important thing because we all know he can play. It's a mental thing. It's him knowing what he's supposed to do, the calls and the expectations, that part of it. So Jacorian Bennett is all about his film study, and he'll get it together. So eventually he'll be the one out there. Is he going to be out there week 1? Is that enough time to get him ready? That's the question. If he's in a situation where the safety can be telling him what to do, if he can pick it up, because at the end of the day, most of these schemes have some commonality. So if he can pick it up and be able to make his adjustments and do what he has to do on the field, I don't think it'll be a problem. Because remember, even with veteran players, if you got to think, you already a step too slow. So that's the gamble when you bring in new players. They don't know the playbook. They don't know what's expected of them. You might be in the wrong position. Should you be inside the numbers? Should you be outside the numbers? Should you be inside the man or outside the man? Like, those are the things that you got to figure out. So if he picks up the defense to a point where Vic Fangio is comfortable,
right,
then I think Jacorian Bennett is the starter.
Yeah, to your point, I just found this piece written by Reuben Frank regarding Jacorian Bennett. I'm just going to read it to you real quick. It says here, it wasn't a perfect performance, and this is based off of his Jets tape, right?
Right.
Shout out to Reuben Frank. Shout out to Dave Zangaro. Those guys write for NBC Sports Philadelphia. They're very good at what they do. He says here, Reuben Frank says, it wasn't a perfect performance, and he was facing an undrafted rookie free agent quarterback, so you have to consider that. But I just see Jacorian Bennett making plays when he's out there that Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson haven't been making. Bennett had great coverage on receiver Arian Smith on an early incomplete pass by Brady Cook deep in Jets territory, then had back-to-back big-time tackles for short gains on Cook passes to receiver Brandon Smith and tight end Jeremy Ruckert. Jacorian Bennett had a pass breakup and allowed 3 short gains before leaving the game. I still think Adoree Jackson is going to start the season at CB2 across Quinyon Mitchell, but I like what I've seen from Bennett, especially considering he just got here 2 weeks ago. I wouldn't be shocked if he's a starter by week 3 or 4 or earlier. That angle is interesting. We've seen Fangio have a guy out there those first few weeks, and then he makes a transition. We've seen that with Devontae Maddox to Cooper DeJean, right? And at that point, Cooper DeJean was healthy, but he still had to catch up because he missed a portion of training camp with injury.
Right.
So we got to also put that into the gumbo as well, right?
But Rube, he just said it. He can see him starting week 3 or week 4. Well,
Exactly.
if he's good enough to start week 3 or week 4, why isn't he starting week 1? Because he don't know the defense yet.
Exactly.
So, Johnson lifestyle. We did talk about that earlier. We think that the trade for Howe is because Tanner McKee might be his injury might be a little bit worse than we think, and Kyle McCord is going to be on practice squad.
Yeah, listen, people have been obsessed with trades lately. There's two people that Eagles fans, and I'm not talking about you, Johnson, but there's two names that Eagles fans have just been obsessed with when it comes to trades, and it's been Jahan Dotson and Tanner McKee. Why? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Why would the Eagles trade their third best wide receiver?
Tanner McKee.
Why would they trade
him and get trade value from him?
And you think Howie Roseman is like days ago with the backup quarterback? A backup quarterback won him a Super Bowl. He's going to water that seed for as long as he possibly can. He's going to keep Tanner McKee on his roster for as long as he can. But eventually Tanner McKee is going to want a bigger role for himself. So you have to start to prepare for his exit, especially with Jalen Hurts being your franchise quarterback. You can't. Tanner McKee won't, especially if he knows he's good. He won't want to be a backup forever. Especially if the market out there indicates that he can start somewhere, or at least compete for a start spot. He's going to take that opportunity. So, yeah, I think people need to pump the brakes with the whole Tanner McKee, Jahan Dotson trades rumors. People get real weird around this time, man. I don't get it. I never understood it. It made no sense to me why Jahan Dotson's name will ever come up in trade talks. It was only because they traded for John Mechie. But I'm like, John Mechie just got here, doesn't know the playbook. Why would I reset my progress I made with Jahan Dotson? I don't understand that.
Yeah, Kyle, I don't understand this comment. This is to you, Tone.
Tone, let's see here. Kyle Korski, excuse me. Thank you for your super chat, my man. He says, Tone, they just said who's going to be on America's game. 24 Eagles is Sirianni, Hurts, Bond, and Barkley.
I don't understand what
I don't understand. I don't understand. So, give me a little bit more context to what you're saying, Kyle. You ain't got to send another super chat, but just post something in the chat and give me a little bit more context on what you're trying to say here. Thank you for the super chat, though, man.
They can cut Ringo, but it would be a little over $1 million cap hit.
They can cut anybody.
Yeah, which is not a lot of money.
Should they? Is the question. Should they?
Exactly, because he's still a good special teams player.
That's the question. Not can they? They can do anything they want. Should they? And I say no. I'm still on that side of things.
Yeah, I'm with you. Keep them.
Yeah,
because there's benefit in having somebody that's familiar with your organization. So keep them. We'll know we'll know without a shadow of a doubt if it's time for him to go, and I don't think we're there yet. Not hard. I hope we never find that out, because that means somebody has to go down for him to be in a situation where we're stuck with him.
Right.
Like, you got to play him now. Who was that? Who was that? Was that in 23?
You talking Bradbury?
It wasn't Bradbury. It's somebody else that was just getting toasted.
And Bradbury was getting toasted.
They just kept going at him, and I was like, I don't blame him.
I think that's who it was, though. Bradbury was getting toasted. Like, there was a point in that Seahawks game Seahawks game in 2023 where it was the game-winning drive by, what's the dude's name?
It was like
Drew Lock. It was Drew Lock. And they quite literally targeted James Bradbury the entire drive. Every pass with James Bradbury. Every single one.
Wasn't no secret. And he couldn't stop it.
And he couldn't do nothing.
So I would have done the same thing.
I don't think Nicholas Morrow was that bad.
I agree.
Nicholas Morrow was better than Shaq Barrett. Shaq Leonard.
We had these discussions last year, because I remember it. That for whatever reason, that defense could not tackle to save their life. And that was a defense we still had Marcus Epps at that time.
No, Marcus Epps left after he was gone.
After
Marcus,
22?
he signed that contract with the Raiders after the Super Bowl season.
What? We
Yeah.
couldn't. I remember when we lost that game at home to San Francisco.
We had Kevin Byard.
Kevin Byard, thank you.
Yeah.
We could not tackle. I don't know what it was. I'd never seen anything like that. But our tackling skills was absolutely horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
All we needed
So
to do was
long ago.
in the
So
past,
long
yeah.
ago.
Epps, last I heard, Epps is in Las Vegas, right?
It's a good question. I mean, I haven't heard Marcus Epps' names in a long time. Let's see. Marcus Epps, as of right now, he's on the Patriots.
Okay.
He's on the Patriots. He spent 2 seasons in Vegas.
Okay.
I think they gave him like a 3-year deal, so they probably moved on from him before that guarantee in that final year. He was hurt in 2024, only played 3 games. So, yeah. Now he's entering that part of his career where he's on year-to-year basis with teams. He has to prove, so on and so forth. And he's 29, so I doubt a guy like him gets any sort of long-term commitment from teams. His best bet is really just signing 1-year deals throughout his career and just trying to stay relevant, trying to stay active, and is at bare minimum be a special teamer.
Right.
Maybe battle for a starting safety spot on a mediocre defense. Yeah, man. Yeah. But we can start to close this. We can start to close the show. I gotta make a run anyway. So
Okay.
yeah, I gotta make a little run. Gotta go pick up the pup from the dog sitter.
All right.
Yeah. So
I did want to answer this question. Should we
For sure.
blame Shiloh
For sure.
Sanders if the Bucks waive him? I think Shiloh gonna make the team.
Well,
I
the
know
word
he
is he did get waived. The word that I'm seeing from people is he did get waived.
Oh, he already got waived?
Let me double check this real quick because you got to be smarter than that, Shiloh.
Yeah, he did. I thought it was BS him getting ejected, but they always catch the second dude.
Okay, so I'm not seeing. Okay, it's not official. He hasn't been waived yet. It's not official. But regardless, though, he got to be smarter than that, man.
Yeah, agreed.
He got to be smarter than that. Like, you're a 25-year-old rookie. Your leash is not that long. So, it was inexcusable. Best one says he was waived. Oh,
yeah,
I don't see it here.
I think it's official.
Okay.
Would you throw a bone to Shiloh?
I mean, let me see. What is measurables? I mean, I don't really know too much about Shiloh's game personally.
I wouldn't mind it, but I think we have better options.
Yeah, I just don't.
That's how I look at it.
Okay, I'm not seeing any measurables for the kid. Okay, here we go. Let's see. 6 feet, 195. I don't know. I just think he's a fringe guy. I don't see the like. I don't think it's one of those situations where I gotta go test out those Shiloh tires. Like I'm not sweating that really. Is he better than Tristan McCollum? Like, I mean,
probably not. But I mean, I don't know. I ain't seen him in a real game.
Yeah, that's true. We just saw him. We just saw him in a boxing match. That's about it.
But I'll say it like this: if we did bring him in, I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't bother me or nothing. Like I wouldn't have like a strong opinion either way. I would just be like, oh, okay. I mean,
let me be honest with you. I would rather them not bring somebody like that in, move Keely Ringo to safety, and get another cornerback. Do that.
Yes. And I'm trying to understand why they haven't even thought about moving Keely to safety. We haven't seen any.
They've thought about it.
You think they thought about it and said, he can't do that either?
It's possible. We're saying he would be a better safety, but they're with him every day.
That's true. And
so
they haven't even. I think what throws us is that we haven't even seen them trying in training camp. Like, it would have came up with these guys, the beat reporters. It would have came up. So, like, if they're just judging it based off of film or just what they assume, then they're doing the same thing we're doing.
Yeah.
And granted, they see him every day. Don't get it twisted. But if you haven't actually put him out there to see what he can do with those new responsibilities, then they're pretty much doing what we're doing, predicting, assuming. That's just my humble opinion, though. But y'all know the vibes, man. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. This is the final off-season version of this show.
Yes, sir. I'm going right in Photoshop, and I'm going to change everything.
Going forward, this will be all in season. And I will text you after, my good brother, regarding the name I was thinking about.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's funny, but it's relevant.
All right.
It's funny, but it's relevant. So again, you guys, we appreciate the love and the support. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Again, the like button is currency in his YouTube space. It really helps this channel grow. It helps both of our channels grow, actually. It helps Pro Fan Talk grow to new heights. It helps Chalk It Up Sports grow as well. So make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are also subscribed to the channel, especially if you're new. We appreciate the love, the newcomers. Make sure you're here for a long time instead of just coming for a good time. You feel me? Any final words, Marcus?
Nah, man, we ready to go. We ready to pop. The new season is here. No more talk. No more woulda, coulda, shouldas. No more what ifs. It's all about business, man. It's Dallas week.
You're right about that, man. And real quick before we go, today is August 24th. The Eagles play September 4th. So, we discussed doing our 2 shows a week, right?
Right.
So, let's see here.
Because I was thinking, we talked about Tuesday, right? Because that was the NFL day off, but we can still, because I thought it was like, is that too close?
I don't think so, because we could react to Monday Night Football.
Okay. That's right. That's right. We did talk about Monday.
Yeah, I don't think it's too close at all.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see each other next time on the 31st. And I'm thinking what we can do, because 31st we're going to be previewing the game on September 4th. We should start our 2 shows a week on the 9th of September.
That'll work.
So effective September 7th, you'll be getting 2 shows a week, you guys. So you'll see us on the 31st, which is Sunday. You'll see us on the 7th, which is Sunday, which is the Sunday after the game. And you'll see us on Tuesday, the 9th. All right?
Yes, sir.
So make sure you guys lock in, man. So that's so effective September 7th, y'all. 2 shows a week, Sundays and Tuesdays. Sunday mornings for the pre-games, Tuesday nights for the reaction to everything we saw from that week, and Monday Night Football and more. We're going to give you guys more observations from not just the Eagles, but you're going to get more observations from the NFL. Get our bird's eye view perspective on the games that were played. And we're going to have some fun, man. We're going to have some fun. So yeah, we'll see you guys the 31st, which is next Sunday. And we'll see you guys on September 7th and September 9th.
Getting it done.
Yep. All right, you guys. That's the show. And hopefully by the 7th at the latest, we have that new show name for you guys.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully. We may have it ready for y'all by the 31st.
It'll be ready.
You know what I mean? So make sure you guys lock in, okay? We appreciate y'all. I've been your guy, Tone DeShields II. He's been Coach Markus from Pro Fan Talk. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Subscribe to Chalk It Up Sports as well. You guys have been tuned into the last version of your Eagles off-season show. We're getting back into the fold. We're getting back into the mix. It's wartime, baby. It's wartime. Grab your swords and your shields, baby. They coming for your neck. Coach, play that song, man.
Go Birds.
In the city of Philly, where the birds take flight, Eagle swag on the rise each and every night. Tone and Markus got the scoop ready to ignite. From the lanes of South Street to the Broad Street lights, dashing like a running back, hitting every the zone, never let astray. Talking touchdowns, talking game day. Huddle around the mic, hear what they gotta say. I like an eagle soaring in the sky. Told him Marcus always standing by. Bringing the heat, call it do or die. Philly squad, hear the battle cry. Fly like an eagle soaring in the sky. Told him Marcus always standing by.